everyone. We are joined by yetujey coming in today after their perfect 4-0 start in Stage 1 and their win against KC today. So firstly, yetujey, it's a big change from Stage 1, I would say. So how are you feeling after today's win and just, the 4-0 start that you guys have had?
Actually, I'm feeling so good because almost my last 1.5 years, it was so hard because we can't show up how we want. Like we can't win the games and just show the FUT is dominant team and we can do everything. But right now we are back, so I'm so happy, and it's of course it's so good to be a winning team. So I'm feeling so good.
I think that's definitely very true because even last year or the year before that, there were a lot of times when you guys were very, very close to qualifying for big tournaments or very close to winning games that would have, made a difference. And it was very, very narrow. So I think definitely being able to dominate right from the start has to be satisfying. So my next question would be, of course, about the roster rebuild. So you're like the sole member of the OG squad, OG FUT squad from 1.5 years ago that's still here. So kind of wanted to ask how that happened, the process behind it and how you scouted and signed the players that you did eventually, and the coach as well.
Actually, for kickoff, we were at just two young players, Baha and Krostali. And after kickoff, we understand that we need to make some decisions. And after that, we just let the Baha look for another team. Mm-hmm. And then when we are trying to adapt other players, and we put Cracks back, and then we play EMEA Clash. We try to give him the entry. We try to adapt double entry meta, and then we just understand that we can't gonna do it with these players. And also after that, we have some problems, and coach change it, and Cracks go back. But now we are full fresh team, and then we have a really good coach staff, really good players, and everyone is just want to win. Now you can understand, because for the last years, maybe of course everyone always wants to win, but sometimes you should see some sparkle from them. But this time it's just more better because we are showing how much we want to win with the results. So this squad is just amazing. They are the best players and best coaches that I work.
Amazing. Yeah, we could definitely see the results of that, and not just today, but all the games that you've played so far. I think one question that I would like to ask you would be about Sop joining the team, because I think he's been looking incredible in all of your games so far. So him in particular, I'm pretty sure you guys know each other from the times you've played against each other, and of course you're from the same region. So how did that come about? Did you know him? You immediately wanted this player as soon as Ulf was disbanding was announced and stuff?
Actually, when we agree with Vlad, the first day he said he wants to let the SOP in the team. Mm-hmm. And after that we have some tryouts, 5 or 6 days before we go to Germany. And then we just spent this 5 or 6 days, and we understand that SOP is a really great player. I can't think about he's better than Cracks or he's better than Falin, because they are not even in the same
role, yeah.
Agent pool, same roles, yeah. And then we see how dominant is he, because we always want to show them we can control the game to the enemies. Right now, maybe from outside he's looking a little cute and a little kid, but in the game he just didn't have any fear. He always runs. Sometimes we are saying, okay, it's 4 versus 1 discipline. Just insta slide and double shotgun to someone. So yeah, he's amazing.
One more thing I would like to, he's definitely looked really good. One more thing I would like to ask you is, you had a very short time, right? You had all of these roster changes happening, and I think you had less than 2 weeks or a week to practice for Stage 1. So despite that, you guys have been looking super good. So I kind of wanted to ask, how did you manage to come up with strats, come up with ideas, agent comps, especially since the meta has changed since Santiago?
Actually, before our first match, we just have 4 maps that we try and understand how we should play. We can't even look at other 3 maps, and then for the second game we just adapt the other 3 maps. Actually, for the liquid match, until liquid match, we were not that much good at the maps, because we can't understand which map is good for us, which map is not, and we are still trying to figure it out. But at least we are doing it with winning, so that's a positive for us, because when we just came to Germany, like I said, we just have 1 week to understand who is going to play, and after that, when the Vlad Insta comes, he just instantly tried to create a positive atmosphere in the team, and he just trying to change our aura, because we were like so exhausted. But now, all of them just happy and positive, and also, if we lose map, like that's this type of team. If in best of 5 we can lose 2 maps, but we can just start from the beginning. It's so good. Like, I love these guys.
I mean, even today it was kind of like that. Like KC won the map won. Map number 2 was super close in the beginning, but then you guys got that momentum. And I think that in general, once you guys had the momentum, you've been looking really strong as a team. So I think something that Team Liquid said yesterday, I was talking to the coach, and he said that a lot of the Turkish teams tend to be very momentum-based teams. Would you guys agree about that?
I think no, because when we start to play, we just insta give 4 rounds in the beginning to the enemy. After that, we try to come back, and we always came back. So I don't think like that. Maybe for the other Turkish teams, because we are the guys. If we can kill more, we are just showing more strong and strength to the enemies. But like these days, if we can start just giving 4 rounds instantly, we can just come back, because I know this team is okay to lose some rounds. In end of the day, we just focus on the winning the match, so we can lose every map. That's fine. We will just gonna take it back. And actually, I was mad about picking Heaven, because we know KCs only play Heaven in the good way, and they always win in the Heaven. And I was thinking, like, why are we picking Heaven? Because if we insta ban, maybe they don't have any more
good maps.
But coach want to try. I said okay, and we just try. We understand. We try to change Zeus to Phoenix, because we understand we need Phoenix on this map. Because if
it's meta, yeah.
If you don't have flash, just like enemy always be ready to kill you. But with the flashes, if you just scare them a little, like we can do flash, be careful or something, then game is always changing. But today we can't just adapt it. We have to work more on Hammond, but that's fine. At least we have 2 comps now.
Yeah, I mean, every single game, I think you guys are really improving. So one more thing I would like to ask you, you particularly, you play mostly Sentinel and Viper. I think this is a very bad meta for Sentinels in particular. Like, everybody who plays Sentinel has been switching roles or just not having a really good time for the most part. So how has that kind of adapted you and your playstyle?
Actually, for the Viper, it's always good and I think more easier to against playing Sentinel. Because like some of the maps like Bind, there is no need for
exactly,
yeah, playing Viper on that maps, it's always okay, but like you said, on Lotus or on Heaven, it's too hard to play Sentinel, because like almost every team playing double duelist, and they always try to punish you and spend all of the util. And for me, I am almost always solo in the sides, because we have other game plan on the half of the map. And then if I can't kill 1 or 2 when I was still in the side, then I am feeling so bad. But I can understand. Sometimes I am thinking like, oh, I can't shoot today, I can't kill today. But then in the maps, I talk with our coaches every time, and they are saying, you don't have the position, the meta is too hard for you, we understand, but at least we are winning, just focus on it. They just helping me. Yeah, but that's always true, yeah. If you win, I don't care about the score and KDA, but yeah, change the meta, please. It's too hard.
I think, talking about the meta as well, how do you feel about Neon? I mean, I know that you guys are one of the best Neons ever, but, you know, apart from that, how do you feel about Neon?
Actually, for the off seasons, I almost every time try to play double duel, because guys was always okay to give me another agent, and I was always asking, actually like Alfajar right now, because Alfajar is the main sentinel, but he's always trying to play Raze, Neon, Veiley or something. I was like that, and then I understand that's not good, because if you don't need to be perfect in every role, just try to be perfect sentinel, and I'm just looking for it right now. I don't want any more entry. I don't want to show what can I do with Neon or Vele, because I can understand even if you have 2 entry, it's too hard to play entry. So I'm good with Sentinel.
Yeah, I think that's pretty fair. That makes a lot of sense. So, yeah, I think that my last question to you would be just about you in particular. What are the things that you've learned and grown as since kickoff? Like, what is the biggest change that you've seen in yourself and in the team?
For myself, I was always focusing on the star in this team, because like if I can't shoot good, if I can't kill a lot of guys, if I can't be a MVP of the game or match or the map, I always seen that we are so close to lose if I can't shoot. But right now, I feel like I don't have to shoot every time. My team is winning anyway. I just need to support them. I just need to do my duty, and now I am feeling more better than the last years, because in the last years was really hell. We work with so many good players, so many good coaches. It's not always about that, but sometimes for the job, for the what are you doing, you need to have some changes. You need to have some new things, and I think we have a little gamble, but we understand how our roster should be and how our coach staff should be.
Well, I think it's been working great. So thank you very much, yetujey. Good luck for your game against Heretics. I hope you get that 5-0 that you wanted, and I hope you make it to London as well. Congratulations.
Hope so. Thank you.
Bye.
See you.